451 like a keyword? And she'll take his shirt off.
No, not quite.
Let's get into it. 1, 2, 3. Let's get some more. Have it in. Get some more. Just get some more.
Hey, well, hello, everyone, and welcome to My Whiskey Den, your favorite public access whiskey review show where craft whiskey is king. And tonight we are jumping into our second of our two-parter with 451 spirits as we go through, it looks like another 6 spirits this evening. Mitch is trying to wettle me again, but I'm going to try to resist this evening. But we'll see what happens, especially with the variety of things we have in front of us that are clear this evening. It's a pretty. Sorry, go ahead.
Small horse.
Small horse. I'm not good at that either.
What's the Ron Swanson quote? Clear spirits are for women on diets or something like that.
I think that's. Now it's gonna bug me. I'm gonna need to know that by the end of the night. But yeah.
If only there was somebody who could let us know.
That would be great. For clear, weak-willed. I don't know. I forgot what it was, but nonetheless, that's okay. We are happy to have everyone here this evening. Before we go any further, Mike, do you want to tell them about the Bar Cart Co-op?
Dude, I've been dying to talk about the Bar Cart Co-op.
Well, I couldn't hold you back, so
It's not possible. Bar Cart Co-op is a collection of friends who create content for the whiskey and other distilled spirits public. Bar Cart Co-op YouTube and Facebook pages have information about upcoming and past special shows, which happen about every quarter. There have been blind tastings, distiller panels, discussions of special collaborations, and the usage of unique grains. The Bar Cart Co-op has educational and fun episodes for your enjoyment, including last week there was the Absinthe Show with Brian Cushing and Al Bishop talking about the documentary that they were working on Swiss County Absinthe, or Brian was working on for the last 3 years with Alan, and also Jim Martin from Key West Trading, who has one of the absinthes that Alan formulated. That was a good show, so go check that one out. We also have Distillers Talk, which is the oldest show in the group. It's hosted by Alan and Christy Atkinson. It is a conversation with people from distilleries and distillery adjacent that gets into the weeds with their interviews. New episodes arrive at the end of the work week. If that one is not nerdy enough, there is One Piece at a Time Distilling Institute, where Alan Bishop answers any questions about distilling and often puts them to the test. This could be individual grains, mash bills, equipment, or methodology. New episodes come out randomly, so subscribe for that. Then we have the classiest one in the group, Bourbon Turntable, where they mix the love of music with the love of whiskey. They have conversations with musicians, writers, distillery folks, and common folks like us about music and whiskey. It releases every Wednesday on all your platforms, including YouTube. There have been many great 2-part episodes, including a couple of them with Nancy Fraley, and upcoming shows. Beth Burrows from Beam Suntory is going to be on this week, and there might be a big announcement that's on there because that show was delayed for that reason. And then there's going to be a 2-parter with Jeff Gorman, who's in a band called Illiterate Light that has a really good record coming out. Jeff Gorman is the nephew of Steve Gorman, former drummer for the Black Crowes. And that was a great 2-part episode with Steve on there as well. So please check that out. Then we also have If You Have Ghosts, You Have Everything, which is a show about the spirits and paranormal among us, as well as the unexplained and the plain spiritual. Subscribe on Spotify to get the 3 previous seasons and the 4th season, which is in progress right now. And then we have, last but not least, the Whiskey in My Ring podcast, where David Levine talks to people in the industry that he mostly finds interesting. From the unknown to the known, David gets into the weeds with his guests, and David does all the things that we won't. And he does one of the things that apparently we can't do, which is do a barrel pick. Because we were not vetted.
It's just a one-time occurrence. There have been some other things since, but it was pretty shady. I don't even think it was because I don't even think because it was vetted. I think it was because I think they were afraid we may have had words with the people about some of their recent decisions at that point.
I don't even think we got far enough to words.
They would have just peed on the building right away.
Like the Rolling Stones.
They took the lead. I mean, it's hard not to follow something like that. But I'm going to turn it over to Mitch because we got to get started. But we're starting with the cherry picker. Is that it?
Yes. So tonight it's all clear spirits except for one, which is kind of clear. So this is their cherry picker. It is a Kirschwasser, which is a cherry brandy.
That's a sweet label. I like that label a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's really good at
Yeah.
designing labels, like very good.
And they're different than a lot of the standard ones. And like I said, when you get kind of into like that beer realm where some of them lean, they're not as crisp, and they lose a little bit of the artsiness to them and look too much like street tagging. I don't know. They lose a bit in a lot of the beer cans and stuff where that looks much more finished off. Okay. Does it say what cherries they used?
No, I asked him and I completely forgot.
That's okay.
I think it's
For God's sakes.
so it's cherry juice and cherries. So he uses whole cherries as well as cherry juice.
Nice, Jesse. Good to see you again. It's not. The reason I was asking because it's a little bit flatter. I get cherry, but it's not like exuberant coming out at you for cherry. It's like how about the difference if you were thinking like a maraschino cherry that you put on ice cream all the time, like the real red ones versus like a Luxardo, where the Luxardo is like a little richer and a different smell altogether. It's nowhere near as bright. Sorry, I see you looking, Mike. What's up?
Okay, what the cherry on the nose reminds me of is not the cherries, but the cherry juice, like in the Luxardo jar or the Amarinas.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I kind of lean a little more towards the smell of the Amarinas.
That's
Mostly because I can afford the Amarina on a regular basis. And not the caviar that is the Luxardos.
I got a question about that when Sherry had to buy me some for something we were making. She's like, "Are you sure you need these? This is like $25 for this little jar." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but yes, I do."
Yeah, but I'm charging myself $15 a cocktail, so it's different.
Made me feel better about the night in the end.
Yeah,
I came out ahead.
I remember I got a bourbon slushy at a place years ago, like 6-7 years ago. It was like $12, and I was like, Jesus Christ. This is the most I've ever spent on a cocktail at this point in my life. And then I had 3 Luxardo cherries on it. And I was like, oh, that's what? Okay. All right. There we go.
I want to know what the most is you've spent on a cocktail since then.
I think 25.
Ooh, I'm intrigued. It's a nice that's a hefty cocktail. Depending upon where you are. Let's get that out of the way. If you go to a NFL stadium, that's probably like a 4-ounce.
4-ounce straight. It's a $400 cocktail. I think the most expensive one that I've had by dollar amount as far as numbers was at the whiskey bar in the hotel I stayed at in Toronto, but those are Canadian dollars. So
they're not real.
Well, yeah, they're not real. They also, it was, I think the exchange, it was like $1 Canadian was like 70 cents freedom units. So, but by the Canadian dollars, it was probably the most expensive one.
Were you at the Caledonian? Or was it the hotel bar?
No, it was one at the hotel. The Caledonian was closed because the day that we did that, there was a Canadian. What the heck was it? It was a holiday. And it's like, yeah. Who knew they had holidays? But it was a holiday where basically a lot of businesses are just not open. And I asked Vito. Vito met me up there, and I said, "What's the holiday?" And he's like, "I don't really know." but the hotel had a really good whiskey bar.
Amazing.
But yeah, we were going to go to the Caledonian, and it's just like, oh, it's closed today because of whatever this crazy August holiday is in Canada.
Boxing Day.
So they don't believe in boxing. It's violence.
Only in hot.
Anyway, back to the
check this. But like you said, the juice and just a little bit flatter, a little bit more rich cherry, not as sweet on the nose. Is what you know what I mean? That's
yeah.
And otherwise,
yeah, that's almost a little sourish.
Yeah, I was gonna say you get a little bit of the, or you can tell. For me, you can tell it's a new make on it. Just then, but I did take a sip of it before, and I'm gonna go back to it again here now because I like the transition. I think what you said, Mike. You're drinking kind of the cherry juice almost, like a lighter, syrupy.
Oh, not on the palate though.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, there's a lot of different stuff going on there, but it's much lighter and not as syrupy and not as clingy as what I was expecting on the first drink.
That's more of a Kirschwasser on the palate, but really clean. Like,
yeah, tight cuts.
Like a toiger.
Wow.
I really like this. I did not expect it.
It's light and things start to roll in like on the way through. Like as it's fading away now, actually more on the finish, things are starting to come to like feel bolder and richer more on the finish than almost when I was drinking.
Yeah, like you said, there's a hint of just that normal new make taste that you get, but it's just a real slight hint of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like sparkling clean.
Mm-hmm. Like it's more on the last second on the nose
finish too. Oh, I really like it. I haven't had a lot of Kirschwashers or cherries, really, for that matter. So I can't give great tasting notes on this one.
No, it's interesting though.
Yeah, there you go. There were many things I did like about Canada while I was up there, though.
The sweet's a little whatever. You got tart. Man. More like a tart cherry.
So you're saying Bing, or are you saying, what's the other one? The Rainier cherry?
I might go more the Rainier one. It is neat because it's got a little more earthiness. I know it's a Kirschwasser, but it's not as, like you said, Mike, it's clean. It's not as sweet as some other Kirschwassers that I've had. It's
like being a proud Croatian. I understand the reason for Slivo. Really it's to do shots, but there's a lot of Slivo that is it's not great. But this would be as an alternative. It's in the same family. It's just an alternative. It's like, hey, you want to do shots of a brandy? Have this instead of the Slivo.
It's good.
I think I could do.
Yeah, I like it.
I don't know where I'd use it as much, but I do. It's an interesting thing. Like it's more of a once in a while thing. Like you're saying, you're doing shots, or here or there, but it has a neat cherry thing because it's not what you'd. It's a different type of cherry notes, but like you said, it's the cleanness of it on the when you're finishing it. You'd almost expect it to be just a little bit less from the nose because you got that titch that you make.
Yeah,
I like
nose, it's there for a little second on the front end. It's like vanilla creamy-ish, and then it kind of goes into cherries.
Yeah, I dig it. That's good.
Oh,
Good Kirschwasser.
yeah, and I wouldn't have expected. Yeah, very good.
So that's probably the only traditional thing he makes. Period.
Okay.
That's like per, kind of the way it's supposed to be done.
Oh, another thing. Well, what's the next one here?
Is he German or
What?
No idea. He's white, and he's got that solid Midwest accent. So let's keep in mind, Mitch tried all of these there to decide what he was buying. So my recollection is
Mitch didn't get into genealogy?
not really. No,
Where are you from, son?
Ohio.
All right.
So up next, Clawfoot Gin. So this is his more traditional gin, and I'm not going to call it a traditional gin, just more traditional. So there's his absolutely insane and great label. 90 proof, pot distilled. He uses 10 botanicals, and it is a split base. So it is apple brandy and malt as a base for this gin.
Oh, interesting.
And then the big thing he uses is spice bush, which is like kind of a local weed up in Ohio to make it kind of an Ohio gin.
Okay. Whoa. Okay, so you get a little juniper on the nose right away. Sorry, everyone. I didn't mean to lean in, but this is ride.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
It's like the juniper, it's like little bits of it, and then it moves away.
Yeah, it fades away. Other stuff like rolls over the top of it.
Yeah, so it's a very American gin. It's not London Dry, right? Like it's in the sense that London Dry is like 80% juniper or whatever.
But a lot of even some of the American ones that I have had, people really lean into the juniper.
Oh God, yes.
And then add like 15 or 20 more botanicals for
That take up 5%.
because they can.
There's only 10 botanicals in here. Do y'all have the pictures by chance?
Oh,
No?
Yep.
Ah. So if you look on the pictures, there's one that should have like a green wall with a bunch of plants on it. Picture wise.
like
Well, green wall with a bunch of plants. Hold on.
sorry, I'm just flipping over to where those were.
Yes.
That one?
So that is his absinthe and his gin recipe right there. So the absinthe is the left two columns and the gin is the right two. So his gin is juniper, bay leaf, rosemary, spice bush, caraway, mace, dill, holy basil, lemon verbena, and Genetian root. Also, he likes to skateboard, as you might be able to tell from the 3 skateboards leaning against that barrel.
It's the nose on this is neat because once you get past the juniper, it opens up to like a citrus. And like the little bit of the earthy note is light on this. Wow. And I'd almost go tangerine kind of. Not strong, but lightly in there. Like, it's a citrus, but it's not quite all. I mean, a little lemon, but it's not really orange. I don't know.
It's that lemon verbena, man.
Blood orange? Maybe blood orange. There's a little bit of the smell I'm getting. Oh, fuck it. I'm going to drink it. Mike, no more hiding behind there.
Yeah, I was about to say Mike's hiding.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if I was gone.
It'd be great.
Pretty cool.
Hilarious.
You know but okay, you mentioned the blood orange, but what it reminds me of is it's not potpourri, but it's another thing where you'll dry fruits and then put them in with some spices. Like maybe you dry an orange and then you put it in a warm pot of. There's a name for that.
Ooh.
Maybe it's potpourri, but that's what that citrus note reminds me of, because it's like citrus with spices on it cooking.
Take a drink.
Okay.
Who is that?
This ain't normal. This ain't your normal gin.
No, it's not. And I'm not saying it slaps you around, but it jerks you from. It gives you a good pull. Lemongrass, a little bit of root.
Oh, no shit.
Sassafras. And then I can't get, like, when that happens, like halfway through, it doesn't seem like a lot.
Whoa.
There's a lot of stuff going on. And
I mean, that's like spice. That's spice cabinet.
yeah, but light spice cabinet, not
It's
like
the bay
super
leaf,
thick.
man. Like the complexity that brings is insane. And then that spice bush is like actually kind of spicy.
It's, you know, it reminds me a little bit, not fully. It reminds me of, there's a Tuscan herb rubbed Fontina cheese that Costco used to carry on the regular, but it was really heavily rubbed on the outside and it was delicious. But the spice coming off of that's what that reminds me of, because there's like a creamy undertone to it and like all these different really nice spices on a layer. I wouldn't say, yeah, that's a gin. If you just give it to me, I wouldn't say that's a gin. And it's just because that spice is so different.
On the nose, though, I would.
And I don't know if I would want to do a gin and tonic with this. Then again, maybe I will, but it's super clean again. But man, that spice.
Spritz of cream soda, not cream soda, but like carbonated water or something. That's about it.
Yeah, not much of it.
Because it has enough mouthfeel and oiliness, and it changes enough on the back end. Like there's a little. I know you read them off, but there's the bay leaf. There's like a little bit of like a hibiscusy note that I've had for stuff like that feels like it's mixed in there too. Like it's a very interesting gin.
Yes. So a lot of those gins really lean into like the citrus or the juniper notes, and this just goes the other way. It does not lean into juniper or citrus at all.
Yeah. Yep, I can't even peg it. Once you open up and get a little air in, it changes for like a quick second, and then again, but it's not. It's like a light, creamy spice.
Yeah, that's why I say it. That's what reminded me of that herb rub cheese, because it's just like a.
So I'm trying to find
Wow.
something about this next one, because I didn't ask enough about it.
Okay, I'll get my thing ready.
But whatever. Oh well.
For it not seeming as like densely powerful with flavors, what's there is strong enough, and it is sticking around a long time.
Yeah.
Like an exceedingly long time. I can still taste it perfectly fine.
Also, I'd have to say if maybe in a word, interesting. In a really good way.
Yeah, it's not. There's plenty of gins we've had that we've liked, and more that I think we haven't liked in the grand scheme of things. I'm not being mean, but I mean,
we're not gin guys. We're not.
I haven't had a spicy gin like that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Again, I'm not huge on. I found what I like, and I found if I see gins with coriander, I kind of lean towards. I like those. This has 0 coriander in it, but I really dig the spice on that.
Yeah, it's different. Like you said, the bay leaf is neat, and
it adds
like there's a bit where you think you're getting a little bit of an Italian meal.
Yeah, it's like if you took Italian seasoning and rubbed it on your tongue.
Yeah, it's a weird. That's exactly it. There's a bit of second there where you think I'm getting an Italian meal in here, and then it changes. But yeah, like this is supposed to be part of the sauce
instead of a vodka sauce.
I'm just saying.
Sauce.
I'm thinking there might that I would do that. I would try that in a heartbeat with that.
I'm down with it.
I'm excited. Now I'm excited about that one. I'm gonna have to put that back.
Okay. So next, Cloudbreak is his other gin, and this is a tiki gin.
Oh, what?
Alrighty.
A tiki gin.
Tropical tiki gin. So, once again, great artwork, right?
Little Easter egg.
So this one, polar opposite. Also, my girlfriend's favorite, not barrel-aged gin.
All right. Well,
and also, unlike any other gin I've ever had before.
Spoiler alert: Morgan likes it.
So if you don't, you're a terrible person.
You are garbage, and you are dead to her.
See, to me, this smells more like an American or Western gin on the nose. Like it's not. It wasn't as. Sometimes the London gins can be a little abrasive. So.
Yeah, but there's something else on this nose.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to look up like what is in here. I don't know, and it's not easy to find out. So that's my bad. I was a little drunk when I was talking to him, so I remembered that it was a tiki gin.
You know what? Don't forget, when you're out tasting things, you can enjoy the experiences, Mitch. That's what you're there for.
I did. I greatly enjoyed it to the point that my girlfriend was like, we need to leave. Shut up.
Mitch, he called the cops.
He's been trying to close for an hour and a half.
I've done that.
Let go of his hand.
When I do that, though, I bring my own alcohol and then mix it.
What are you guys doing the rest of today? You want to not do that?
What are your plans? Want to change them?
Once again, clean, kind of fresh on the nose on this one. Like I said, even more so than the last two.
Yeah, but there's a funky fruit in there.
Yeah, I'm not there yet. I can't figure out what I'm going in.
No, Morgan, he did not. Wettle got wettled at 451. It was very, very kind of my girlfriend to drive.
It was a self-wettling.
Kind of. He helped.
Whoa. There is like a weird red berry note in here. It's almost like strawberry. Have you ever had those strawberries where you get a strawberry where it almost tastes a little rosy?
I don't like strawberries, so no.
Okay. There's some higher end ones where the better the strawberry, that sometimes they get more like floral notes in it. It has a little bit of a rose to it. I got a little bit of like that type of strawberry with like a rose note to it in here.
Oh. Yeah, I get the rose water. And there's almost that cherry, like a little hint of cherry cough drop
At the front. Mm-hmm.
and like a chocolate.
Yep. Like right when the cherry kind of goes away, you get a little chocolate, and then you get some of the other notes.
What the hell?
What the fuck is in this? Oh, you don't know. That's right.
I'm sorry.
No,
I got drunk and forgot to ask.
I like this.
Yeah, this is actually really
This is
good.
really good. I mean, we like weird, and this is weird in really great ways.
Yeah,
Well,
and
that's
Oh,
yes.
go ahead, Mitch. Did we all freeze up?
Oh no,
We should do that sometime, just to
Matt,
mess with people.
is that Mitch the only guy who's ever asked for the flavor profile of Malort? Unironically, I'll never forget walking in on that combo.
Well, it depends upon what someone thinks the flavor profile is. Everyone's got a slightly different take on Malort.
I figured it out because it's a wormwood drink, and I've never like just had straight wormwood. So it's just if you cross broccoli and radishes and remove all flavor from them other than bitter.
I go with sweaty gym sock.
So you forgot the donkey's rectum.
Whatever, everything else. Well, that shows you my opinion of broccoli. So
No broccoli cheese soup for Mitch. Not when he said. All right, but this gin, the Cloudbreaker, this is
yeah,
my
so
favorite
good.
tonight so far. And
Yeah, I'm digging this one.
Because this tastes like slightly spiced rose water, cherry, strawberry, weird stuff in a gin. Very neat flavors in a gin. I get a little some type of citrus I can't peg on the end. It's like I feel citrus, but I can't taste it. I can't figure out what one it is.
Yeah, it's almost like a little lime.
I like that.
So
Maybe
like
that
gin
the lime is a good answer for that one. Because
gin is a super common drink or a super common spirit for tiki drinks. So he just leaned into it and made a gin specifically for tiki.
I totally forgot it was tiki. Up until I was so engrossed in like just it itself, I forgot about the name and everything. I wasn't expecting this out of a gin. This and a daiquiri or something. You know what I mean?
The lingering finish is a cherry limeade.
You said lime. That was it. It's because I'm breathing in it. I'm gonna go back. Yeah. Just sips, right, Mitch? Just
Like a
just
dry
little
cherry
sips.
limeade. Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. I just like this. It made me smile. A gin made me smile. That's fucked up.
Right? And I think I got two of this one because I was like, oh yeah, I am a fan.
Yeah.
So before we move on too far, I found the book that he gave me, and if you could blow it up.
Whoa.
So here is how to get there. So if you remember me being like, he is in the back of a strip mall. He's in the back of a strip mall by the hair salon. And that red spot where you're not allowed to park, that's the vet clinic that I was talking about, that you can't park in until they close. So hard to find, but well worth it. Sorry.
No, that's not probably supposed to. Yeah. The lingering berry notes on this that are bright. It's almost like a type of wine finish almost. It doesn't have like a gin finish to me. It's like right on the edge of it kind of turning. This is neat. I like that stuff.
Yeah,
I like that son of a
it.
bitch. I'm drunk enough to say it. I like that fucker. And I didn't think that I would like gin like that. Maybe I'm just getting buzzed, but that's
We're doing
okay.
Pizza Pie Pachuga.
Yeah.
Pizza Pie Pachuga. Or
Okay.
Pizza Pie Chuga. So he actually collaborated with Mike's Late Night Slice, which is kind of a local eatery that, right, when you're drunk, is absolutely amazing. And it says on the back, try it in a Bloody Mary, and he's 100% right. I'll go ahead and do the boring part of the story, right? Pachuga is a style of mezcal where they hang like chicken breasts or goat or something like that in the still, and then as it stills, right, it steams the meat, and then the fats and all that drop down, and it makes an interesting flavored with mezcal. Well, he's like, well, I don't eat a lot of steamed chicken breast or steamed goat. What do I eat a lot of? Pizza. He's like, so I made
Good man.
Pizza Pachuga.
Yeah, well, coming up out here, you get pizza smell. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you went in, man. You just dove in. Woo!
Oh,
It's
but it's like pizza made with good cheese.
Yes.
Like
and,
really
and,
good fatty cheese.
And I'm gonna say that like it's the sauce that you're getting on here.
Right, there's tomato
yes.
and oregano
You can smell
and
you can smell the nice layer of sauce. My biggest pet peeve is not enough sauce and just too much cheese. Like there is a thing to being like a nice convalescence between the two.
Yeah, this is like you said, a really good sauce. Like a nice thick, like almost if you had a Chicago deep dish.
Exactly. It's rich with herbs.
So I forget how many instances it took him to get like his gin down, but I think he tinkered with it for like a couple years. He made 2 variations of Pizza Pachuga. The first one, he was like, nope. The second one, he was like, yep. And it's just been that one ever since.
So whenever he places an order for 30 large of whatever, the guy's like, all right, must be making some Pachuga.
That is his first attempt, was he put a pizza in the still. It did not turn out well, according to him.
Oh, I could only imagine. All right, here. Oh, this is a Bloody Mary. I haven't gotten to the thing, but just on the nose, the earthiness.
And then there's just
pepper.
a funk. There's a massive funk.
Well, and the funk gets into that sauce and the cheese mix.
And the garlic.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
The
funky,
nose is so
funky
good.
cheese.
I'm gonna be honest. To get this much aroma out of this, it's kind of, I don't want to say disturbing, but it's kind of disturbing the amount of.
Oh, I wonder what the
aroma.
distillery smells like when he's
Holy
making it.
shit! At the fucking whole mall. The ladies cleaning nails next door fucking
Yeah.
don't have a choice.
Yeah, what is it? Is it a hair or nail salon? It's a hair salon. And then it's down from Indiana Oak Bar and Grill. Next to the vet clinic.
When I'm coming, it reminds me of the sauce a little bit, and it's not fully. It reminds me a little of Rocky Rococo's.
Okay, when the funk goes away, it does get a little. You get some fruit underneath it. That pizza funk,
Pineapple,
but it comes back. It rolls right back in.
Okay, I'm drinking.
Mm.
The nose is almost a little overpowering when you bring it real close to drink. Not on the taste, though.
No.
Smooth, flat ride
Interesting.
of some of the flavors that are in there. I'm going to have to go back again, but
I was expecting
You know,
I was expecting some serious
Bolder.
funk on the palate.
Yeah, and a little bolder grab you a bit, and more on the flavor.
Mhm.
You know, I was expecting a little more pizza sauce, a little more something else. Mi scusi. Sorry, mi scusi.
Oh. Wow.
It's the herbs in that again, too. It's lightly herbal. Peels back, you get a little pizza sauce. Can't pick the cheese, but the cheese is on the tail end. Weird. It's not bad. You know what I mean? Like when I'm saying weird, it is he has basically what I'm getting is he has his own unique underlying like little symphony of flavors. It's not quite what you're expecting on the nose when you get there, but underneath it's like and you're like, what?
So his whole thing is creativity. Like he is tired of everything that's out there. He's like, if you're just doing like a tiny riff on something that's been done 500 times, stop.
Good. I like
it's a pachuga.
Well, yeah, and so I'm trying to figure out what the turn is with the palate because it's. I mean, the palate doesn't match the nose, but it's like it went from you're taking a whiff of all that pizza that's just been out there with this rich cheese and rich sauce and everything else, and it's just kind of like it just kind of takes a back seat on the palate, and it's again just really nice and clean.
Like I mean, it's to get like that clean, balanced finish, that I guess taste the whole thing on that ride, and to have it not be as aggressive as the nose again. Like nowhere. This is. I'll take it back. This is kind of similar to the Ode to Scotch, where the nose is bold and rich, and then underneath it's the flow of flavors that's not as aggressive, but married well together. So
I want to know what this does in a Bloody Mary.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you've had it, Mitch?
Yeah, good things.
So, well, but I mean, but with such a contrast between the nose and the palate, though, what does it do?
So it really makes it like more herbaceous. It brings in like garlic and like kind of those oregano type herbs.
Okay.
So suddenly your Bloody Mary is like an Italian Bloody Mary.
I was just saying, the nose, you would think you're getting into something that might have a little spicy punch to it, you know, like if that's what you're using at the base, and then it's all like an herbal twist. I'll try that one in one someday. That's neat. But I feel like there's something else that has, you know, there's got to be another thing other than Bloody Mary or a special drink for the pizza pachuga. I don't know what.
I mean,
but there's something.
Maybe it's just pour it over a pizza and just debate, you know, what led you there.
I don't think it. No.
I already want to use
eat it or drink this with a pizza.
Yeah, and then see what it pulls out of different ones. Maybe
I can see that.
That might just be a whole nother episode.
So
no, it wasn't. It's not Rocky Rococo's. It was the Chef Boyardee make it at home pizza sauce. Did you ever make those where you had to like hand roll them up and the dough, then you rolled them out, or put your hands out and then the sauce went on? You put those basically Parmesan cheese on.
No, we just made pizza from scratch.
Both y'all fancy.
My dad was a cook. He made all the stuff. So,
yeah.
When we made pizza, we made pizza.
That was just my brother like that, but that's the sauce.
This next one is actually billed as his Bloody Mary vodka.
Okay.
This is the Bloodbound.
So this is the Bloodbound. It's Bloody Mary vodka.
Mitch is keeping me on track. I'm going to be 6 drinks in and buzzed up in an hour.
Well, yeah, that's the idea. So it is
hilarious,
right? That is apparently a killer tomato.
Fucking awesome.
Yep.
But having seen Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, I don't think that's from the movie.
No, but let's sing the song.
Killer Tomatoes. Okay, all right.
Whoa!
So it is a spicy vodka. It's designed for a Bloody Mary, right? So it's got horseradish, chilies, celery seed, and tomato in it. And
Go back over that. I just need a second. You
horseradish, so your sinuses are clear. Chilies, celery seed, tomatoes, and a couple other things. But
a lot of tomato.
He grew the chili peppers himself that he put in there. And apparently he's something of a
connoisseur,
chili head. I don't know how to right. He's a spice guy. Like he likes hot sauce. Eats. So like when he was making this, he had to take it to his friends to tone it down to the right level because he was like, "This is fine," and they're like, "It is lava."
It's good to have those people. Hey, Matt had a good idea with the other one. That's
make instead of like beer cheese, make pizza pachuga cheese.
Pachuga fondue. That actually
There.
I like that. Nice job, man. All right. Sorry, I gotta go back to this blood one. Once on the note, tomatoey, obviously coming up off of it. Not the same as the pizza pachuga. Oh. His stuff, talk about having some aroma and being strong where we have to get into the glass and other stuff and get it. Holy God. I got to clean my nose up. This stuff's coming at you.
I mean,
but there's an aged cheese funk, aged cheese funk with the tomatoes I get.
Ooh. Yeah. The cheese funk is legit. It's not a blue cheese, but
dude,
I can't.
No, it's not blue cheese. It's one of the cellar aged.
I'm gonna be right on them. It's the horseradish in here that is throwing me off with the other smells. Because I'm getting the creamy bit of.
I get the horseradish, but it's not so sharp.
No, it's not.
It's not the sharpness of horseradish. It's just
it's like a creamy. Broken down version, but there is that funk is weird.
Yeah.
Oh, and the nose is sticking around. Dense. Holy shit, dense nose.
So now y'all know what I was dealing with while I was there. I was freaking the fuck out.
Oh, I bet you were.
Oh my God. You'll have to
and you're honest when it's happening. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Garlic something. Woo. There's funky cheese, garlic, some little tomato sauce. Oh, there's this weird note I can't hit.
Oh, I like the heat that comes on the palate.
I don't feel.
I think it's good. Like this is the upper level of heat that I can handle. As like a white guy with stuff.
I like that it creeps up. It's just like, here you go.
Yeah, it just finally gets to the edge on the edge of my tongue where it's getting a little bit warmer now, but that was overwhelming to my senses. For me.
I don't want to. I might have to do this. Hold on.
Are you going to blend the two?
The pizza pachuga and the
So we did that in a Bloody Mary because it was like, oh, let's make a slightly spicier Bloody Mary, and that was also really good.
I'm just doing just a drop.
It's the funky note I can't.
So for me, the funkiness is like
green,
black pepper, and then like the ribs of like peppers, right? Like how
I guess, but there's something else
tastes different than the rest of the pepper. That's what makes it funky to me.
It's a vinegary smell, I think.
Oh,
I think that's
I'm gonna save that to the end.
The funky, and then is like a little bit of a vinegar olive oil.
We need the champs and the Robinsons in here to tell us what to do with these gins and stuff, what cocktails to make with them.
Ooh. I don't know, man. Holy cow. I guess I can see it in a Bloody Mary. I think I might.
But this isn't, I don't think this is a sip it neat type of thing.
This one isn't. I can't.
Oh, I like it, sip neat. It's fun. This is a lot of fun. Like this is a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is tomorrow's indigestion for me. Like 2 sips, then it's like tomorrow's going to be a bad day.
Yeah.
I don't know about this one. I know what Mike's saying, but I think I like I like the flavor profile of tasting of the Pizza Pachuga better than I do this one.
So this one is designed to be spicier and just right, like it's designed to be put into a Bloody Mary. So it's half of the whole.
Hold on, I got another glass here. I gotta find another. Ugh.
Oh, the empty glass. The empty glass is real vegetal.
Oh yeah.
Like really vegetal.
Oh man, I did a small belch there and it slightly hurt.
Yeah, it hurt the whole way. All right, here, let me.
Right. So by itself, not my jam. In a Bloody Mary, absolutely fantastic. There you go. You're gonna need it for this one too.
I'm gonna have a little sip here.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Clearing the palate. Breaking her down.
I have one unopened bottle, and it's going to Iron Root. I'm taking it with me.
That's excellent. Well, Matt got 3 bottles recently, and we did find an actual connection in Madison from now on. So
Yeah.
we will have no more. We've never heard of this before.
Well, we better not.
All right.
All right.
Coming around now. Coming around.
Last one. So if you thought that last one killed your palate, nope. We got an absinthe. So Midsummer's Night. It's his absinthe vert. It is made with his apple brandy base. Let me pull out my phone and I can tell you all the fun botanicals he puts in it. And it is 130 proof.
Oh, nice. You got a little kick here.
So let's see here. This is what I got that made me want to go there and like,
Sorry.
Don't worry about it. There it is.
Sorry,
Go there and yeah. All right, so we've got.
Ooh, I can smell that from here.
So I'm still really big. And
Oh, well, that's okay.
All right, so we got anise, star anise, fennel,
God damn it.
wormwood, coriander, cardamom, spearmint, mugwort, black pepper, orange peel, clove, and something else.
Oh.
This is not Allen's absinthe.
No, but this also
Friendlier.
has that little bit of root beer whorehound.
Yep.
Leans more towards that than the anise.
Yep. I was going to say it's not sarsaparilla all the way, but
Sioux City sarsaparilla.
it'd be nice if we had some of that. But like I think, like you said, the old root beer candy, the hard candy.
Yeah.
Oh, the barrels.
Mm-hmm. There's a little bit of that in here. This is not a. This is one of his things so far that has not been aggressively bold on the nose,
Which is hilarious because it's absinthe.
Yeah, I know. This has been more subtle. You can get in here, you can smell a lot of the notes going on in here. Obviously, the wormwood.
So I like you said it's an apple brandy base with the botanicals, and it's not knocking anyone who does this, but it's not a gin that then they just threw a bunch of other botanicals on after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes totally fine, but this seems to be made more like an absinthe instead of an absinthe adjacent spirit. If that sounds
I've had other absinthes where it tastes
reasonable without.
This doesn't smell over spiced for an absinthe.
It's how it noses to me is it noses like it's put together.
Yeah.
As opposed to something that's had something added to the top of it. It tastes melded and put together.
I wonder how long he lets it wait before he puts it out, because sometimes that can play a little factor as well too. After it's put together, it might be a little.
And also clearly didn't color it.
Yes.
Artificially, I should say.
Yeah. Why? Never mind.
Well.
So I'll read you his official blurb about this.
Excellent.
So Midsummer's Night Absinthe Vert is built on a 100% base of house-distilled apple brandy. Midsummer's bears all the hallmarks of a classic absinthe, along with inclusion of additional herbs such as clove, lemon, verbena, and spearmint to create an approachable and refreshing unique spirit. Excellent lushed with traditional ice water or elevating cocktails.
I didn't think about that.
So he added some non-traditional botanicals.
Well, on the nose, I'm really enjoying it. This is a very pleasant absinthe to smell.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of like maybe even like a little pledge cleaner, or like right on. There's a touch of soapiness, but right before that, it's right like the lemon meringue, like right that layer right between where they come together. Yeah, there's a little bit of that, and then the herbal kicks back in, but it's not a lemongrass. It's more like meringue.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh, that's very oily.
Mm-hmm.
And it's super
root-beery. You can feel the heat kind of come on. Like, oh, this feels like it's going to be hot in the proof, but then the rest of it, the oiliness kind of taps that down. Wow.
This is what the one I had with my Pfeffernuss, and it went so well.
I could see that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's weird because like the spearmint makes it like an elevated root beer.
Yeah, it's okay. Minus the two things in there that I can taste that I dislike. The elevated root beer with spearmint is a very accurate description, but I do get the black licorice and the anise note in there.
Well, I mean, if you didn't, it wouldn't.
I know, but I'm just barring my flavor profile when it comes to that stuff. Very well married, very well put together. It flows well. The nose, I really enjoyed the nose almost more than the flavor, but the nose is just fun.
So Morgan is similar. She hates licorice, but she'll smell this and be like, maybe I'll try an absinthe today. And I'll be like, really? And she's like, no, it's silly. But it does smell like she would try. Right?
Yeah, it does. But if you do like that, there is a nice spike of it. Like really, and like even for me to say that it's not like gross or whatever, there's a nice raise up of it midway through, a little bit of an edginess to it, but not over the top, and then that comes down.
But there's not a lot of anise or black licorice on here.
I'm just saying it's there for a second, for like a couple seconds. And
it's recognizable. Yeah.
But it's not, like I said, it's not spiky. It's not fighting with anything else, and it fades away nicely. So it's a very nice depiction of it, but that's just my bullshit with those two things.
I like it. I like that.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's a nice absinthe. But I'm going to tell you right now, the Cloudfoot, I think that was was that it, or was it the
I
Cloud?
thought it was the Cloud Break.
Cloud Break. You're right. It was
The Tiki.
Clubfoot.
the Tiki one.
Yeah.
And the Pizza by Chuga is cool too, but that Cloudfoot
right.
is the bomb for me.
I have a blend of the blood and
Pachugas?
the blood and pizza, bloody pizza.
You tell me.
I mean, funky aged cheese and tomatoes. Which the question is, what's going to change on the palate?
Yeah, I know, that's exactly it. Sorry, I'm just like schoolgirl waiting now.
Yeah, you are. Oh, it brings up all the flavors of the tomato and herb and pepper and everything that came up from the bloody. That comes up more.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, now,
You're
granted,
not-
I did just sip about a quarter of an ounce of absinthe that was 65% before it. So those flavors are on top of that.
It's a nice layering.
I don't have any natural spirits to clean my palate.
They'll fix it.
Oh, I just belched and that was weird. Oh my god.
Like how Mitch is in like serious trouble.
My eyes are watering now. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was spicy and sweet and a lot of weird things.
It is. All right.
Did you blend?
And I didn't blend that. I'm not doing that. I don't know.
I mean, if you want me to, I will. I'll do
Oh,
it.
yeah. You do whatever you want, Mitch.
F it. Let's do a blend of good.
I'm not blending them all. There's no freaking way. Not going to do it.
I wasn't gonna do yours, but I'll try this.
I wouldn't recommend y'all doing it since y'all got samples, but since I've got the full size bottles, because I'm the dope who bought them all.
All right, then I'll just wait. I'm just gonna cheers out on the one I like right now. Fucking plethora of used glasses again.
Oh God. Oh no, Mike. Oh, no.
Technically, I didn't tonight, but I'm
Thank
going to
goodness.
wear it anyway. I'm going to wear it anyway.
Well,
I have to wear this until my underwear comes in.
That's right. You're gonna show the underwear?
Huh?
How you gonna
When it
show
comes
the-
in.
the
Yeah, just
surround
the
rib?
just the
The
pouch.
weight. It is weird where it says I got Wettle, but I mean, hey.
all right. That's garlicky absinthe. Ah. With
Yeah.
heat.
Very, very interesting.
What?
I did for my final glass. That glass that I did the two blend in, I put just a touch of absinthe back in there with what was left in that. Because that's my palate is shot, so hey, you brought this on us.
Yeah. Don't blend them all together. Apparently, that was
It hurts.
You're the one who
It
said
hurts
12
before you
samples.
swallow it. Like that's how
Jointed.
disjointed it is.
Well, there was a lot of strong ammunition put in together there. Strong-willed spirits. How about that?
Oh. with that absinthe on top of those, the absinthe dominates. However,
Really
yeah,
weird, but good, neat.
I'm only doing. I'm just doing like quarter ounce here, so
No, that's more than enough for the evening.
well, yeah, my quantity levels were high last week, so
Okay.
Not only the show, but the next night. Actually, well, Jesse Page, who's in the chat, went up to his place and he put on a really nice tasting, a blind tasting for everybody. And then there was, let's see, what, 1, 5, 6 of us over there, and had to guess the theme. So really nice, as we always say, whiskey people are the best people. But it had a really nice tasting. And then of course there was the aftertasting. It was like I was being really good because I'm like, I have to drive 40 minutes. So I was really good about everything, trying to keep everything in check. Plus I had to get up early Wednesday and do a day trip, road trip with my daughter. So
all over the place. Busy man.
Yeah, there was a lot of that.
Okay.
Okay.
Excuse me, I mean to cough back at you. But all right. So out of the stuff we've had here, I'd say I'm impressed and I'm still intrigued by what they're doing there.
Mm-hmm.
The nose to flavor, the torques that they have on some of them are really great. And the flavor profile on most of these is excellent. You know, like it's just and different. You said they're going for different. They definitely went a different route. I'd love to see what they do with a rye or something. You know, like what would they take something that's has a little bit of a range, and how do you?
It's too mainstream.
I mean, there's rye in their whiskey, along with oats and 3 different types of malt. And
it was 3 different types of malt. That was awesome. So I would put this on your calendar list of things to do if you're in Ohio.
Absolutely. Columbus, Ohio, corner of Indiana Avenue and Oakland Park Avenue, behind the hair salon.
Behind the hair salon. Oh, and if you haven't bought tickets already, you can buy tickets to the Whiskey Crusaders little whiskey tasting this weekend when they open up their venue.
Castle.
Whiskey Castle. Is sold out?
No, I wish I could do it.
Oh, yes. Well, there might be another weekend where there might be something. Hey, maybe we could even contribute to a fun tasting down there.
Well, I'm going to be in that area end of April and then also June.
End of June or beginning? When in June?
Towards the end of June. I'll be in Dallas for work, but I'll have some time. But the one at the end of April, it's kind of expanded. We're going to go down. My friend has a place in Oklahoma, and he went to Iron Root with me. That was his first distillery tour, and we went in the back with the licorices, and Paul left there very happy. But his place is like 2 hours from Iron Root, so we were going to go down to his place. And then he's like, well, what would you think about, you want to go down to Iron Root? Yeah, we can do that. All right. So we'll go, maybe we'll leave here early Friday and get down there and then backtrack. Okay, that's fine. And then it turned to, well, do you think you could leave Thursday night? I could leave Thursday night. And then it was, do you think you could leave Thursday morning? It just kind of earlier and earlier. And I said, I'm cool going down because it's his cabin or his wife's cabin. But I said, I go, what do you want to do? I don't know. I was thinking maybe we could spend 2 days in Texas. I'm like, well, we could. There'd be nothing stopping us, but like you do realize it's a very large state, so we need to have a plan. That
is true.
Lone Elm had their distiller. I'd say absolutely go down there, but it sounds like they're not open. So because they're in Dallas.
I do want to. I don't need to buy anything, but I do. I want to hit the Liquor King because they had picks, and they had picks from Spirits of French Lick that you can't get anywhere else.
Oh yeah, they got what is it, Whiskey Witch?
Mm-hmm.
The Whiskey Witch, and they had some Iron Root single barrels too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, plus the Whiskey Castle. So
all sorts of stuff to do down there now. So fantastic.
Okay. So after the first very violent sip of that, it's tomatoey absinthe.
That does not sound exciting to me. So you didn't sell
it. It's not exciting to me either.
It's just different.
So I had a tomato absinthe.
Yeah, because it's kind of but it's acidic. It's not just tomato flavor; it's acidic. Of all the ones tonight, though, one difference, I'd say there's nothing that I didn't like at all. I liked all of these, but I would put the Kirschwasser down towards the bottom because it's just nice and easy, Everything but the absinthe I thought was really fun and very interesting. I like the absinthe. I thought the absinthe was nice. I clearly looking forward to drinking more of it. But the other ones were just funky rides.
Yeah,
I liked every bit of that. That was this would be one of those ones that if a small producer, it's a lot of work, but a small producer put out 200 ml bottles of all their stuff and just sold them in kits.
Whoa.
It's a lot of bottling time, but man, you could.
You basically set up tastings for people. You know what I mean?
Basically,
when you're doing that, you go to someplace, here's your box, here's your box, here's your box.
Do y'all want to just cycle through those pictures real quick so I can show you where he does his tastings?
I'm going to let Mike do that because I'm not finding my brand. Where are you?
There we go. Let's start at the top.
I'll be right back.
So there's his mash tun and still, with, of course, his amp directly in front of it. If you could go to the next one. So there's his barrel aging, which is directly across from his still, with 3 guitars and a banjo hanging off of him. Next one. So few more guitars just laying next to all of his dry storage. So there's kind of the room, right? That's all of his production space right there, which is insane. If you see all those artwork, all that artwork on the left hanging on the wall, that's all his. Everything that's sitting on the floor is all his. Next one. So there's his, gin and absinthe mash bill, quote unquote. I thought that was hilarious. He's still using a 2017 calendar, but it also has a lot of his spices and herbs down there at the bottom that he uses to blend. So I took a picture of that because it fell out of one of his old stills, which I just thought was hilarious. There's his whiskey mash bill, like straight up. That's just how he makes it every time.
I like it. That's the one I do like a lot.
So he also plays drums, and to me it is insane that he takes up as much room as he does for art and music when he's in such a small space.
Well, needs something to do in the meantime.
Yeah.
So there's his bottling little outfit there on that foldable table next to his multiple guitar amps and full drum kit. There's how he makes his malt whiskey. He uses rice husks in his whiskey because rye loves to clump, and so does oats, and the rice husks help it to not do that. So I thought that was interesting. I took a picture of that. And there's where you do your tasting. So he literally has just an electric organ with all of his spirits laid out on top of it, and you just go in, and he's right there. Like I'm standing at the door. You're just like, oh God, hey, can I try some of these? And he's like, yeah.
That's cool. I like different.
Yeah.
I like that. That's neat.
It carries over in the spirits.
Yeah.
I think if Alan never got married, he would have something like 451. Because if Alan didn't have to be responsible for anyone else other than himself and could just do that, I think he would.
To the nth degree. That's neat. All right, here. So next week, we're doing. I'll let us know like in the next day or two. I'm waiting to hear back from some. Maybe we do a little cocktail show next week. Either that or Toledo Spirits.
One of the two.
One of the two. We got some Burns Old Fashioned brandy. Figure we do a little tasting with that versus the Dancing Goat brandy that they have, because they're both about $20, and I don't think they're going to be exactly the same on the inside. And then we can see what type of cocktail it makes, and then but either that or Toledo Spirits next week is where I think we're going to lean towards. Oh, we are still here, Spencer. You could snuck in at the end. Should go to 451 Spirits in Columbus, Ohio. They have all sorts of crazy, neat stuff. How about this? This is the most Willy Wonka-ish thing.
Yeah. This is probably the Willy Wonka of distilled spirits.
Because when everyone's, this is the Willy Wonka, I'm like, no. I'm like, this? Kind of, yeah, maybe.
This guy.
Maybe
we've got vodka that tastes like pizza. Screw your flowers that taste like chocolate.
But it's like Willie if he didn't have the Oompa Loompas to do all the cleanup and everything else. He's just got his space. He just creates stuff.
I like it. So
nobody didn't get the fat German kid out of the tube.
Well,
I think it was the tall white guy out of the tasting room was his problem.
All right, ladies and gentlemen out there, it's time for us to hop off. I gotta get doing a couple other things here still this evening, and I still gotta sip one or two of these. I gotta finish some glasses here tonight too. So I guess I got wettled one more time, which is okay.
Been known to happen, right?
But yeah, look at that. But just remember, if you get a chance to, or anyone's asking, see if you can get some of this in, because wow, is it a funky, twisty, turny ride, and man, deserves a little spot on someone's plate. So stop in next week, and until then, remember, it's not the size of the den that matters, it's the love of whiskey. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers. Cheers.